Boom, you looking for this?
Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Kale. This is Colby.
Yes, sir.
In a big day. This feels like another full circle moment for us. Dude, the Last of Us Season 2 trailer just dropped today. This is kind of wild.
It makes me feel old. It makes me feel like the jump from Joel at the beginning of the series to like whatever halfway through
Yeah,
episode
like
1.
20 years later. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I'm really excited for the show. Let's go and react to this trailer starting now.
Oh, you want to start or what?
Oh, the guitar.
Let's try something different. You can't heal something unless you're brave enough to say it out loud. Say the thing you're afraid to say. Say it out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how bad. What did you do?
Yo.
Oh, gosh. There's the scars. Wait, was that
Dude, this is intense. Month? Oh.
I wish, man.
They're dropping an episode every week of the year. I guess. Just 2025.
All I'll say is if you know, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know. So please don't ruin this in the comments for him. Everything that's about to happen. The second game is an emotional roller coaster. Not as well liked as the first game is, but the second game is definitely an emotional roller coaster. We saw obviously Ellie in there. We saw Joel. We saw Dina, who is Ellie's love interest. We saw Tommy. We saw.
I was glad to see Tommy.
Yeah, I'm
back.
glad to see Tommy back. Tommy, I think Tommy plays a pretty big role in the game. And then we saw Abby. Abby she's gonna be like the main nemesis of the show. So that was the other girl that you saw.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was
she's
the girl from Last Man Standing. That's where I remember her from.
Yeah, okay.
That's her. Her name's Abby. She's gonna be kind of the main antagonist. This looks like it's gonna be gripping, dude.
Yeah, this trailer, like, it had me on the edge of my seat more than any trailer we've seen recently. Like,
yeah.
The way that it had the music, then it stopped, it was like just ticking.
Yeah, and it does, and it was
intense.
showing just moments from the show, like as they're like grasping, the zombies are after, or not the zombies, but the infected are after them. But I think one interesting twist to this is that this season looks like it might be framed through Joel's therapy, which would actually be interesting because you don't see that in the game. Joel doesn't get therapy for what he did.
Yeah, that's a good catch from you because that's kind of how the trailer was framed.
Yeah,
and that would make the podcast. I'm listening to that every episode.
Dude,
again.
that podcast was so good, bro.
Yeah, that
so
would make
good.
the podcast fire if that's what they do and they go into that. That would be really interesting to see that they differed from the games in that way. I'm sure they would still uphold the story. I think that's a good thing.
It definitely will. I think this is gonna. I mean, because obviously we know what happened at the end of last season, and for those of you who know what happens in the second game, Joel killed everybody to save Ellie, and he's obviously been covering his tracks, and he hasn't told Ellie, and so that therapy session that he's in is kind of his chance. She's like, you can tell me whatever it is, no matter how bad it is. And so I think we're gonna get to see like that, like from his perspective. Like I literally, like, I think that's gonna be really interesting. And I'm wondering if what that does to his relationship with Ellie. Like, I'm wondering if maybe he tells the therapy person and she tells Ellie. Like, I know there's confidentiality, but like maybe it's that bad to the point the therapy person tells Ellie. You know, there's just a lot of interesting stuff that can happen. But I will say, like, it just looked gripping.
Yeah. I think the end of last season was definitely insane. I mean, it sparked up a lot of conversation with us and people we know, like, just like what should he have done in that situation?
Yeah.
And so it would be very interesting to see if they kind of play into that.
Yeah.
And it looks like they will.
So 2025, so that's next year. That's pretty crazy. Probably early next year because I think season 1 came out early 2023. So So in The Last of Us was great. The original the show was great. Game's great. I think this is going to be great. You obviously got Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin back as the showrunners, and I think they're going to do a great job with the material here. Probably going to be my show of the year next year. I'm going to go ahead and put a stamp on it, dude. Yeah. Actually, we got Daredevil Born Again next year, right? I think.
Ooh, dude, we got the 2 goats coming up here,
dude. Joel versus Matt, dude. Who wins?
And Frank, if he's, I'm assuming,
and Papa Frank, dude. Dude, imagine this. I feel like everything's coming back for us. This is great. Also, great. Yeah, I just had a voice crack. I'll acknowledge it. But anyway, let us know what you guys think. Are you excited for this show? And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.